ITS is a project of the leading edge cluster, it's OVL. As part of the project, we looked at electric drive systems like those used in warehouses. At the start, we set an energy-saving goal of 15% by simply exchanging components. That meant replacing the old with the new without having to optimize the rest of the facility. For the first time, I calculated how much CO2 this kind of drive produces. That was really the inspiration for me to keep going. So much can be done, and we've researched a good building block here that will help achieve these climate targets for all of us. In the future, additional technology will join in. For example, we have networked drive technologies. That means we can process all the measured data we have by putting it in the cloud and analyzing it with separate optimization algorithms. This allows us to see all sorts of things. Digitalization plays an absolutely pivotal role. I can't even imagine how we do this without digitalization. The energy transition can only take place with the assistance of digitalization, because we expand the number of generation points. Today, we have a few hundred generation facilities in the form of large power stations. And prospectively, we will certainly reach somewhere between 2 and 4 million generation plants. At that scale, it's easy to see that automated controls are absolutely necessary. And that's only possible if we incorporate digitalization. This is a completely new challenge for us as distribution network operators, because we will have to take on new tasks in the future that we haven't had up until now. If we didn't, it would mean that your lamps wouldn't turn on at night because there's no sunlight and thus no solar power. And if the wind wasn't powering the wind turbines, the lights would simply go out. Of course, we don't want that to happen. Talmarkt is a regional platform that brings regional renewable energy producers and local users together and gives energy consumers an emotional experience because they can decide for themselves where their electricity comes from. We believe it's hugely important to bring green energy to the market. When we say market, we mean the final user. In the past, all the resources came from the Renewable Energy Sources Act and were supported across the board, but this funding system will eventually end. Therefore, we need to find a way to bring things closer to the consumer. We see it like this. Blockchain transactions are unchangeable because the blockchain itself is no longer consistent if you subsequently alter it. And thus, we believe a certain amount of authenticity can be guaranteed. In the background, algorithms deliver information about which electricity from which sources can be delivered to which consumer every 15 minutes. The volume of data is so complex and diverse that it literally could not be done by hand. Thus, you could say there'd be no project without digitalization. I also think it's fascinating to see the capabilities of this platform and how you can turn a non-emotional topic like electricity into something rather sexy. What excited me most about the project was realizing that each individual can positively contribute to the energy transition. The results that we've achieved can actually be applied, both in terms of upcoming political decisions and in the private sector, to really do something about the energy transition and the challenges in the energy sector. Digitalization and climate protection are best combined under a single term: smart grid. Without a smart grid, real-time communication between different users or partners, that means consumers and producers, would never be possible. That means we couldn't communicate or exchange demand and supply. And therefore, we wouldn't have the opportunity to really contribute to efficiently using the energy we have available to us.
Effizient zu nutzen, die uns zur Verfügung steht.